Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome back to the main stage. Thank you very much for your patience in getting this session going. But just before we do begin, just a quick reminder, 12 o'clock today, we have a speed networking session for media and publishers. So if you want to get involved with that, that is happening in just under 10 minutes time. We've got plenty of people joining us for this session though. We've got Shannon, good morning. We've got Ahmet joining us from Germany. Good to see you. Brigetti from Cape Town, South Africa. Great to have you on board. Welcome to you all, and thank you very much for joining us today. So our next session here live on the main stage is how to use live video content to increase audience engagement for virtual events. Now I'd like to welcome my next presenter with the most vibrant background we've seen, but very luckily for us, it matches her personality perfectly. So from Vendor Shows Live, please welcome definitely Zefzan. Good morning. How are you?
Boom! Good morning, Simon. Good morning, London. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Yes, I am that colorful like my wall behind there. So thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I'm not even going to ask if you're ready to go because I know you're fully charged, and I don't want you to get too much more excited because I'm not sure I can handle it. But I'm very much looking forward to this. I say the audience are prepped and ready to go, super excited, looking forward to it. The floor is yours.
Thanks, Simon. Thank you, everybody. Welcome to ETL 21 London. You are watching this session live on the main stage. Wherever you are in the world, you have the front seat. Everybody, I am definitely Zavzan. There is a story why there is a hashtag definitely in front of my name. Well, I have to say thank you to many of my, viewers, audiences, my connections all over the world who actually have gifted me that hashtag. Story later on, but I am here in the US of A, and I'm all about helping folks like you right there, who basically are looking to reimagine your virtual event experience. All right. And also, I am awesome. Oh, I think I would love to think that I'm awesome at virtualizing in-person events. That's where I'm going this end of the year, last quarter. But I just want to quickly say a quick shout out to all of you out there who are tuning in. Doesn't matter where you are in this world. If you're here, say hello in the chat, so I can say hello to you right back, so I can give you a proper shout out. I may not be able to engage with each and every one of you, but I will definitely check the chat. Check the chat. Say that 100 times. Check the chat and say hello to all of you. So welcome to this session, how to use live video content to increase audience engagements for virtual events. Do you want to know how? Now, put a yes in the comments so I can get started. Are we ready? Are we ready? So ready in the comments. All right, everybody. Just to let you know a little bit about my story, how I got started in this, so that you can get an idea of like, who gives her the authority to talk about this? Well, folks, I too, when I started my journey in this live video space or the virtual space, what happened was, I started facilitating and managing a lot of in-person networking events. One of my biggest frustrations was, I can't get enough butts in the seats fast enough. So what happened was, I was thinking, well, people always come up with this, with the I wouldn't say reason, I wouldn't say excuses, but I would say reasons. We all lead busy lives, right? So we have to drive our kids to school. We have, classes to attend. We just, have a lot of stuff. We have to clean house. We have to use a bathroom. We have to shower. Don't forget to shower. So when I did that, a lot of monthly events, what happened was I said, how can I get people into the seats without even leaving their space, their comfort zone? So what happened was I was at that time inspired by reality TV. Not that I watch it or enjoy them, but I watched one of these episodes and I said, they're making money out of this. They're actually having people come into their homes, on their phones, write one of these, right? If you have one of those, right into their space. And basically what happens is that, they tune in, they listen in, they follow or you're able to connect with that. So I said, let me see if there's a technology out there that can help me do that. So if if my audiences are probably on their phones, on the toilet seats, they can probably tune in too. So it doesn't matter. They can still be a part of the conversation. So I'm all about conversations, folks. And if you stay on a bit longer here, you will notice that I love to have conversations. So I imagine myself sit down at a coffee shop or bistro or a cafe and go like, yeah, how are you? I love that dress on you. And I have a conversation. For me, it's not about a presentation. For me, it's about having a conversation. So I've leveraged live videos. And I remember my first experience was I started Google Hangouts on air. And I'm like, what is this technology? If any of you know what that is, put a yes in the chat so I can see what this, this technology is all about. I don't know if I can see this chat, but anyways, I'm trying to refresh um, my page here on Event Tech Live. I'm not seeing the actual feed. That's okay, because I know it's about 45 seconds late. That said, folks, I want to tell you something also. When I started with this technology called, Google Hangouts, and I started live streaming, and I said, oh, this is kind of cool, but it was a learning curve for me. And I figured, I had to figure out how to get people into my space without leaving their comfort zone. So that's what I did. And fast forward 2021, here we are, post-pandemic, 18, 20 months ago, right? We all had to figure out how to leverage live video and to meet people or even for virtual events. All right, let's move on. What in the world is a live video? If you know what a live video is, say yes in the comments. And if you don't, say no so that I can share this with you. I don't know if I'm looking, Anthony, if you're behind there, I just want to know where can I see the live feed, because I'm not looking at the engagements. Just leave me a chat there and I'll reply to you back. So what in the world, folks, is a live video, right? Anyone has used one of these? So basically a live video streaming, it is a live video streaming technology that is used to transmit content in real time, like what we're doing now. It streams on the internet to an online audience or even an in-person audience out there. And it's kind of, after a while, there's a lot of terminology. People go live streaming, live broadcast, live video. I've really stuck with the live video phrase or words because the audience that I worked with, when I say live streaming, they get a little bit like, oh my God, that's overwhelming. OMG, because it sounds very techy. So live video is also a term that many live streamers or live broadcasters out there are using to create live video content. All right, that is basically what live video is all about. So let's go to what really are the key benefits of live videos and how can you use live video content to increase audience engagements at virtual events. Okay, I have 5 C's that I kind of think of whenever I create or produce live video content. I'm always thinking like, what can I do with my live video in this C? So I have 5 C's in this C to get to this, right? So who wants to know what the 5 C's are? If you actually want to know what the 5 C's are, put it in the comments so I can say hello to you, and also and I'll start with the 5 C's. I still am not looking at this. I don't know why, but that's okay. We move on because, gizmos like to come out and eat after midnight. All right, let's go to number 1. It's all about connecting, right? It's all about connecting. When I'm doing live video content and thinking about my audience engagement, what kind of content that can help me create reach and visibility? People show up for, I know I have a community of folks who are in the chat who's watching this live video presentation right now or conversation, that they are streaming in from all over the world watching ETL 21. I know Shannon's in the house, so shout out to Shannon from USA. Anna's in the house, USA. And I heard Simon mention Brigetti all the way from Cape Town, South Africa. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for all your support and love and for joining me here today. So it's all about, creating that connection. Who can you reach? Who can you be more visible to? Okay. All right. That said, number two, when I create live video content to increase audience engagements, I'm thinking, what kind of content can I create that will actually engage and have more conversations with my audience? So there is a difference between the word conversations and engagements. The reason that is because conversations is just you'll sit down and have a conversation, but engagement for me happens pre-event, during event, and post-event. If you agree, say yes in the comments so I can say a yes to you. So I'm reading right here. I'm sorry, I'm looking on the other side because I have another screen that has all the chat. Anna's saying, try not to go nuts waiting here. Anna, I think they're also doing that in Glisser. So I don't know if someone from ETL 21 is actually manning the actual chats in Grip. That would be helpful because some people are there and they're not seeing the feed because the feed is saying this session is not live at the moment. So just want to throw that out. Sorry, folks. So point number two, the second C is conversations. How can you create conversations through your live video content that can create awareness, that can also build relationships? Because it is very important for us to create those relationships even though we're on this live video. Number three, which is C, another C is for content. Basically, the type of content that you're creating that you want to increase engagement. Is it informational? Is it educational? Is it entertainment, right? Or you want to have a mix or combo of all of that, because then you can figure out what your content goals are. And by doing that, you'll understand and know how to create the content that can help you increase audience engagement. And you use that in your live video content. The next one, number four, community. So I'm always thinking about, all right, now I want to, why exactly? One of my goals, basically, I want to build a community. So I use live video content to kind of show up consistently on a day-to-day basis. I remember when I ran those events, in-person events, one of the challenges was trying to get people to my space, right? But I thought about, what technology can I leverage to let people come into my space? And all I thought was, how can I be hospitable? And also because I come from a culture of warmth, and we always say, hey, just come over to our house, just have a cup of coffee. And by doing that regularly and sharing information, giving value, and then I give support, build relationships, somehow you've built a community through your live video content. When you have a community, basically when they show up for you, they will show up for you because now you've actually created an opportunity to engage more with you. Number five, this is all about conversion. C, the fifth C is convert. Basically, when you do live video content to increase engagement, the idea, one of the goals would be, how can I convert my audiences through my live video content? What kind of engagement do I have to figure out to get people out there who's tuning in, like right now, to convert? All right, to a sale, to buy your book, to, I don't know, anything that you're doing, conversions, are important. Because people do business with people who they like and trust. Who agrees? All right. If yes, say yes in the comments so we can say, woohoo, you agree with us. All right. Those are the 5 C's that I'm talking about, how to leverage all these 5 C's to create live video content that increase your audience engagement. Are we ready to move on? Okay. Whoop, whoop. So, what has been your experience with live videos, for your virtual events? What has been, if you've done any kind of virtual in the past 18, 20 months, if you've done anything at all, virtual events, what has been your experience? I would love to see in the chat so I can come back and check the chat. as you can see this image right here, this was from a screenshot from one of my recent virtual networking expo. We have Chef Jillian there from Canada, from Cheftorial. Shout out to you, Chef Jillian. And also Rachel Green from Rachel Green Cocktails. So Rachel Green is a mixologist from the US. And I said, wouldn't it be fun to have you both pair up and do a session, a demo session that can be very engaging, how to cook something and then how do you pair it with a drink. So that was an idea that we actually leveraged for and integrated for our virtual networking expo. And the chat for this particular session just kind of blew up. There was a lot of engagement, a lot of connections that came up from that. And, one of the things I tell people whenever you do live video content to increase audience engagement, basically what can you do pre-event to get people to watch or tune in or attend your virtual events. One of the goals is to really get more eyeballs. Use live video content to drive more traffic to the event. You show up. It's like a billboard, right? You do it every day consistently that people remember who you are, what you're doing, what you're sharing with the world, and suddenly they know the address to your virtual event. They go like, I'll be there, just like my session today. And I know I have many friends who are tuning in. So thank you all for lending me your support. Fist bump. All right. Then the second part, use live video content. When you're using live video content to increase audience engagement, find an opportunity to maybe create some FOMO because, people, we are just human beings. We like to be a part of a journey of, an adventure. So what can you create via live video content that can create some FOMO, and people will say, hey, I would not want to miss your session, or I would not want to miss ETL 21. So use that live video content however you want, pre-event, during event, post-event, to get people to where they are and also create a little bit of FOMO. There's nothing wrong in creating FOMO, right? Then I want to share a little bit of, some ideas of the type of live video content that you can use at your virtual events to create audience engagement. Think about when you're creating the agenda and the programming, and all the sessions, think about incorporating some of these networking, demo, Q&A sessions, gamification virtual party. A gamification is just not a leaderboard, but it's more of a immersive experience where you can go into an escape room, and you can walk around the event, something like that get people participating. These are some of the ideas. And the networking event that I'm encouraging you to do is not about just show up on a screen and just talk. It's use the different technology available for you to get people more engaged. And that's some of the ideas that you can create live video content, whether it's a live video meeting or live virtual event. Use some of these examples to engage with your audience. And of course, last but not least, I just want to say, let's connect. That's my LinkedIn information. That's my websites, 2 websites. My personal website is zefzan.com, and the business website is Vendor Shows Live. I guess that about wraps out my presentation, because I haven't been able to engage with my audience. I just see the grip engagement. I don't see the glycer one at all. So I just want to say thank you all. Thank you, ETL, Event Tech Live London, for having me share my passion about live videos and for having me speak here and share a conversation with all of you out there. And thank you so much. And I think Simon's going to come up and join me soon.
Well, hello, Zefzan. Well, wow, what can I say?
You were warned. You were warned.
To be fair, Zefzan did warn me before. I feel like just for public health, I should have done a warning to you, just what to expect. But hopefully that has brightened up your day. It's definitely brightened up mine. Zefzan, question number 1. What do you have for breakfast? Like, what gets you going like this? Like, energy, people. Amazing. Go on.
It's funny you ask. I get ask that a lot, Simon, believe it or not. And I tell people sometimes I get on camera when I start sharing my passion and showing up for other people. I bring my own can of caffeine, so it's all built in. Sometimes I haven't had a drop of water, no caffeine, nor anything, no food. I just show up, and because of all of you out there who are here for the event, chiming in with me here, that gets me going. Whoop, whoop.
I feel like it doesn't take much
Simon's
to
like,
get you going, Zessa. But I have been keeping an eye on the chat, and people have definitely been getting involved. Shannon Daniels got a woot woot in there. A good work, Shannon. Got Michael Shapiro. Michigan is in the house. Good to have you on board, Michael.
you can't keep up with the chat this morning, Simon,
I,
huh?
I couldn't. I've had a nice, relaxing morning, and all of a sudden it's just gone mental. But that is what we like, Zeph. That is what these events are all about. And I think from my personal perspective, I know you've talked about how to make events fun, how to make engagements. I've been running. Last year, I ran a lot of virtual Christmas parties for people, and even when people were talking about. They talk to me about hosting things and delivering things online. My number one tip is energy, and probably not quite as much as you have been delivering today, but I think energy from a speaker is just so refreshing, and I think you've probably really engaged our audience. Your energy, it's just infectious. The chat has gone mental because of you, Zeph, and it's been absolutely fantastic. So as I say, on behalf of
Yay!
myself, the whole ETL team, a massive thank you to you. Have you been taking part in any of the other Event Tech Live elements this week? Have you caught up with any of the online sessions?
Yes, in fact, I've been trying to get up at 6 in the morning. I'm not an early bird, but I've been trying to. I did catch quite a bit, and one of my favorite conversation topics that have been going around ETL 21 has been about hybrid events. And it's funny that you asked because I do regular weekly Thursday shows on we do virtual events live. So we have a show called And Captivating Virtual Events, and yesterday's episode was about hybrid events, and we started laughing. We're like, we're spot on, aren't we? So I enjoy the conversation around ETL 21 about hybrid events because I think people need to learn more and how to integrate the virtual component of their event. And it's just something that's here to stay. It's whether you like it or not, right? Whether, we used to have a black and white TV, but we're like, we'll never change the color TV, but we did, right? So this is just another example. So I've really enjoyed the hybrid conversations.
Fantastic. And no, absolutely. Me as well. Let's see what the chat we've got. Brigetti laughing out loud. Zeph, you're running circles around everyone this morning with your energy. Absolutely correct. Henry Dodds, how can you bottle and sell that energy? You have to for the other speakers to use. I'll be honest, whoever's coming next, you've got a tough act to follow, but we're looking forward to it. But I say, really appreciate you coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure, Zefsan. Thank you very much for being a part of ETL 21. We've got Shannon. You can tune in every Thursday to the live show and catch replays here. Get all the information on there. I say, just loving your energy. As I say, it's been an action-packed week. We've had loads of stuff going on. I've been down in London for the 2 live shows yesterday. And I say, it's been long. There's a lot of travelling going on in the background, that behind the scenes. I'm back up in Manchester now. But your energy, as I say, it's really lifted spirits on the Friday. So I want to say an absolute massive thank you to you. And like you say, if people want to get in touch with you, connect on the platform, get in touch. I'm sure if you get Zefsan on a video call, you're going to have a whale of a time, if nothing else.
You know what, Simon? I used to say, if you're having a hard day, just give me a video chat or something. I could just probably wake up every cell in your body. If you need the jolt, it's okay. But I'm here. That's why I'm here, and we're all here to connect with one another. And I think the virtual event experience and the integration of the live event, and now it's hybrid, and there's a lot more terms that are coming out from all these virtual events. So just stay tuned, I guess, and get connected.
Absolutely. I'll definitely be connecting with you. As I say, if I'm ever having a bad day, I know I'm going to be calling. I'll be dropping a message your way. Don't you worry. Look forward to it. But as I say, massive thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Absolutely made my day. And as I say, loved in
You're
the
welcome.
chat. And one final comment goes to Shannon Daniels. Who needs coffee when you've got Zeph? There we go.
Bam, Shannon!
Absolutely. Drop that mic. So, Zeb, thank you very much for joining us, and hopefully you can stick around and enjoy the rest of ETL Live
Absolutely.
2021.
Thanks for having me, Simon, and thanks, Event Tech Live London.
Super. Thanks, San. Take care. So there we go. Hopefully that, as I say, has got you energized, got you a little bit more alive on a Friday, ladies and gents. Up next on the main stage at 12:30, we've got inclusive marketing. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So stick around if you would like to take part in that. Make sure you have a look through the agenda today. Make sure you don't miss out on anything. A little bit later, coming up on the speed networking sessions, we have got women in event tech, and that is at 1 till 1:45. Not sure if Steph's going to be in there, but if she is, you may as well go and get some networking going on, because that'll be entertaining as well. And then at 3 o'clock today, we've got a roundtable discussion on using technology to build event attendance. So still plenty more to come at Event Tech Live 2021 on the final day this week. So what we're going to do is take a short break before our next session at 12:30, and we've got a tech demo from V Conference Online. We'll see you soon.